Hi, this is Owen from PCSI, and I'll be your host for this episode of Tech Tips Live. Today we'll be going over how to back up your Microsoft Outlook. However, before that, we would like to go into an introduction about data. Generally speaking, there are two types of data, application and user data. Application data is held within the application itself, whereas user data is normally held within files that you specifically say where to save them to. A good example of application data is Outlook, whereas something like user data would be a Word file that you save to your desktop. Most modern applications will have built-in functionality for backing up and restoring data. A little bit later in the film, we'll be going over Outlook on how to do just that. However, for user files, strict policies and folder management are needed in order to control the data so that backing up is easier. If left up to a user's discretion on where to save the files, your data could be everywhere, and trying to back it up will be impossible. Just as a word of caution, with application data, it's always best to contact your vendor in order to get a best practices document on how to back up that data. Let's go ahead now and jump into the Outlook presentation.
Hi, and welcome back to our hands-on section. We are going to be backing up Outlook today. We chose 2003 Outlook due to its popularity. However, some of you may have 2007, but it's not that different. This process can take up to about a half hour depending on how many items you have, so you can either do some house cleaning prior or just be ready for a long wait. First thing we're going to want to do here is click on File, Import Export, click on Export to File, and click Next. We're going to choose Personal File Folder, and then click Next. And here we're going to want to include this checkbox that says Include Subfolders, and then we're going to click up at the top where it says Mailbox Dash and your name. Go ahead and after that, click Next. Here we're going to want to click the Browse button so that we can tell the file where exactly we want to save it to. So I'm going to save it to my desktop, and I'm going to leave the file name as its default. You can change that if you like. Go ahead and hit OK after that. And now under the Options section, we're just going to leave this where it's at, which states Replace Duplicates with Items Exported. Go ahead and click Finish after that. And now we're going to get to this window that basically is asking us about security settings. Now, as for encryption, let's go ahead and leave this at compressible encryption, and let's also go ahead and set a password. If you do not set a password, it will be created fine. However, anyone can grab that file and pull out all of your information that is exported to it. So I'm going to go ahead and create the password and hit OK. And at this point, it's going to want me to put in the password again, so I'm going to put it in there again and hit OK. And now it's going to eventually go through its progress bars and export all of my calendars, contacts, and email to the backup.pst file, which is located on my desktop. Okay, so my backup is completed. If I minimize Outlook here, I'll see the backup.pst file on the desktop. Now, if you have network drives, you can go ahead and copy this to them, and provided that your network drives are backed up, this file will be secure. Now, if you're a laptop user and you don't have network drives, you can go ahead and copy this to, say, a USB drive in order to back it up. Thank you for joining us. I hope to see you next time.